All right, the show's starting. We gotta go. Come on, sir.
I can do
Come
social
on,
media, man. I can do my daughter call
Come
me.
on,
That
come
play.
on, come on. Look who I got with me.
Now I'm about to do this TV show
The chat
with
is
this
starting
angry
now.
black woman.
Here we go, and it goes a little something like this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the chat.
I'm selling. I'm selling.
Oh my God!
You call me a crazy black woman.
Lord.
You getting away with it.
He'll
First
find out
one.
better that you don't do that.
I
All
wasn't
right,
wrong. Was I
welcome to
wrong?
the chat, everyone. I'm Catalina Alurs. We have Henny, Angelia, Amy, and guest host, comedian and actor Sinbad at the table today. So awesome. All right, obviously, we are
Hercules.
All right, we're obviously really excited. Everybody in here, all 100 people it feels like, are in here right now. Because Sinbad has spent 4 decades in comedy, and you'll probably remember him in his comedy specials like Brain Damage, Son of a Preacher Man, and Afros and Bell Bottoms, and for acting roles in House Guest Jingle All the Way, my personal favorite, First Kid, and A Different World. And he also lent his voice to the animated film Planes. So we have to say, when we told people that you were going to be here, no matter what age they were, everyone was excited. Everyone was out of their mind. So there's also a lot of excitement about your show tonight at the Florida Theater.
Yes.
So
Cool,
tell
man.
everyone, what can we expect from the show?
Man, you know what? If those who've never seen me, it's crazy because it's I never know what I'm gonna do until the
Really?
night. No, I don't. I just
We kind of have that in common. That's what we do.
Yeah,
So
kind of
weird.
Kind of whatever happens, what's happening in the world, what happens in the news. So up to the time I walk on stage, we just let it be what it is. Plus, I can't remember stuff.
So it's going to be all about Sean Spicer tonight then, right?
Who?
Exactly. There we go.
Exactly. All right.
See?
Footnote gone. Bye.
Hashtag bye Craig.
All right, so there is still time to get tickets. You can get tickets to tonight's show. Just head over to thefloridatheater.com. And of course, we're going to get to know Sinbad a little better in a bit. But we want to jump into some hot topics because we wanted to get your thoughts on some of these. Not Sean Spicer. Sorry, that one's gone. All right, but we think it's safe to say that the most talked about person this week is O.J. Simpson. As we all know by now, he was granted parole yesterday afternoon, telling the board he was sorry and apologized for his actions. The parole board said they didn't consider Simpson's previous murder acquittal when deciding to set him free, unlike everybody else who was watching, and he'll leave prison this fall. And a lot of people are saying the obsession with O.J. has started back up again, almost like it's the 90s, all over again. What do you guys think?
I would have to agree. I'm going to throw it to you first because
All right.
you're the VIP. What are your thoughts on the juice getting loose?
I think this saves R. Kelly and Kevin Hart.
Oh, just for a second.
Yeah, no,
Just
it does.
it's coming back around. It's
Because
coming
OJ
back
gonna
around.
keep talking. No, OJ gonna keep talking.
OJ already got
OJ
some
can't
job
shut up.
offers while you
He
playing.
can't shut up. OJ can't shut up.
Yeah, remember that book that he wrote?
he
If
won't
I
shut
did
up.
it, this is
He
how I
will
would have
not
done
shut
it.
up. He won't
Yeah.
shut up. OJ won't shut up. He'll get out. He won't like, man, just chill, bro. Get a job, work at like a Pizza Hut or something.
Pizza Hut.
Just chill,
Or
man.
just pull a Casey
He
and
doesn't need to
and
work at all.
disappear.
He got that big old pension.
He's going to get so much money, he's not
Yeah.
going to ever have to work. I mean, that's the big question, is everybody wants to know how he's actually going to make it. How is OJ going to ever survive outside?
But he owes money still, though. Remember,
He's gonna-
he
he-
still owes money. He still
He
owes
owes-
money.
he owes
He's got
money
to
as
hide. He's got to
well.
hide that money. He owes money still in lawsuits.
Yeah,
like millions.
but
Yeah.
the good
$1
thing.
million he still
yes.
owes,
Yeah.
but he's only paid 1% of that down supposedly. The Goldman
Yeah.
sister has said only 1%, and that's all. That's from the book
Yes.
that he wrote. So if I did it, that all of the proceeds went to the family, for
family,
that.
yeah.
That's only 1% paid, but he still gets $25,000 in pension every single month.
And
For
the
rich
gold-
people, that's
then-
nothing. Say, you're talking like normal
What?
people.
What do you mean that's nothing?
This is
He's gonna live with a
this
friend
is a pro,
in
this is a pro
Miami.
athlete. But it's Miami.
He's bunking up.
You're Miami. You gotta get a boat. You can't just have
Hard
a
life,
can't just have a
man.
house. You gotta have a boat. You gotta get a
hard
fast car, a motorcycle. Those
No,
cost money.
no, I hope he don't go that
gone.
route.
Gone
But
out
you
the
know
window.
what? By law, the Goldman family cannot touch that NFL pension.
No.
By law, so he will be sitting pretty.
There's been a lot of talk if maybe there will be a reality show like Life.
Of course.
Oh
Are you
no,
kidding
don't
me?
do that.
I
OJ.
feel like that would
Wait a minute, how
happen
you gonna
though,
tell
and
him don't do it and you
people
did?
would watch.
Kicking it with OJ. Hey man.
OJ,
You can't watch your back, watch your back. And your front. Watch it. Just call watch
would
it.
you do a show with him?
Huh?
Would you do a reality show with OJ?
Yeah, they've already talked to me about it.
They
Shut
did
up.
not.
No, they have not.
Yeah, they talk about me and OJ and me, OJ, and Justin
Casey
Bieber.
Anthony?
Oh,
And who?
Justin Bieber.
Sure, Bieber's down for it.
Yeah, Bieber, he's thinking about it, you know.
He was just trying to add more street cred
He just
to his
wants street
already
cred.
list of
He
dumb
wants
things
street
that he's
cred.
done.
Now he gets street cred.
Oh my God.
But you know,
this kid.
yesterday, in all seriousness, though, I was happy to see that he is getting released because I'm a huge believer in second chances, and I really think from what he says, from what I read, he has been rehabbed mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I think he deserves that second chance, so I'm glad to see. And he's already been moved to a whole different cell block. He's
You have
not.
to.
Yes, he's not in Gen Pop anymore.
Because they get you, because when cats see you getting out,
Them
they know
haters,
they're not,
them
haters,
haters,
boy,
yeah.
the
He's
haters
got
will
a
jack
few
you up.
months. Was
Because
it
I was one of them
October
haters, he would
1st?
never
Yeah.
get out.
What would you do?
I would pick a fight every day. I would
If you
pick a
got to
fight.
stay, he
Are you
got
about
to
to get
stay.
out? Oh no, you ain't getting out.
But then you'd add on to your own sentence. Would you add on to your own sentence?
What if
and
I'm
then
there for
keep
life?
him in?
What if I'm
Yeah.
a life?
Oh, then you got nothing to
I'm a
lose.
lifer.
You ain't got nothing to lose.
Do you think he should be able to have social media chances, though, to be able to go on social media?
If
because
Trump can
that's-
have social media,
can he not?
OJ can have social media.
Oh, there we go.
If Trump can have social media, so can OJ.
That's true.
There
I
it
agree
is.
with that.
There
All
it
right,
is.
he's going in on my Trump now, so we're going to move on to a war of the words that
You can
continues
move
to
on.
heat up. It's starting after Michael Vick was asked to comment on the fact that Colin Kaepernick has yet to be signed with an NFL team after parting ways with the 49ers. Well, Vick said if Kaepernick wants another shot at the NFL, he needs to change his look. Check this out.
First thing we got to get Colin to do is cut his hair. You know, I mean, listen, I'm not up here to try to be politically correct, but, you know, even if he puts cornrows in it, I don't think he should represent himself, you know, in that way in terms of, you know, just the hairstyle. Just go clean cut.
All right, well, Vick says from his own experience and his own words that perception is everything. However, he has since apologized for what he said on the show. So what are you thinking about this one? Do you think he should have apologized, or do you think he should have held his ground?
I know why he said. I know what he's saying. He scared a lot of America. He said nothing that was scary. Colin Kaepernick did nothing that was scary. He was, as a matter of fact, he had friends that were in the military. They tried to make it an American thing. It wasn't. He said, there's something happening in America, and y'all gonna pay attention to it, and I'm gonna take a knee. And then other players took knees, and soldiers took knees with him. So that wasn't a problem. I know what Vic was trying to say. Look, man, if you cut the hair and everything, it's called being humble. If you humble yourself, you might get back in the game if you want to play. But you can't do that.
But it's not the hair. It's
Yeah.
what the hair represents.
Yeah, what the hair
of
represents,
course.
what the afro represents, what the goatee. I was told to cut my goatee when I got to Hollywood. So Vic is saying, if you want to play the game and get picked up, he didn't say keep your hair off forever. If you want to get picked up, I was shocked that Vic said it because they did that to Vic. They humbled Vic. I don't think Vic should have had all those years out the game. I think they did him wrong. So I look at it, I get what he was saying. Sometimes you say something on TV, you go like, oh God, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud because I can't explain what I said.
And what's weird is
Yeah.
that kind of thing's been proven, because when he said that, I mean, my immediate reaction
Yeah.
was like, that's messed up. But it reminds me,
true.
Ludacris didn't win a Grammy until he cut off his cornrows.
Yep.
Because I mean, he had a big afro, just like Colin did.
But now you can have it. See, Ludacris was ahead of the game, but not everybody's got the crazy hair. See, if you're early in the game, it scares people.
But I think whenever you do wrong, I mean, perception is everything. I mean, perception, you're judged on a daily basis, no matter who you are,
Yeah.
where you are. But if you're actually on a podium and you're trying to be brought down, say you're going into court, for instance.
They make you cut your hair.
You're
put a
going to
suit-
cut
if
your
you
hair
murder
and you're
somebody.
going to put a suit on
Yeah.
and you're going to put a tie on and you're
Yep.
going to dress to the nines because you're in trouble. So you need to
Yep.
make sure you get in conform to that
But
box.
but Colin's not in trouble.
He's not in
Colin
trouble.
just spoke up for what he believed in.
He didn't do anything
and keep
wrong.
in mind,
But he's
a lot
trying
of
to get
people
back in
didn't
the
know
game.
who he was until
Yep.
he started speaking up for what's happening in the world.
He was never out the game. See, he's not trying to get back in the game. He was never out the game. They just won't pick him back up. And now they can say you can't, because you can't totally prove it's because of what he did, but we know it's because of what he did.
Of course.
So Vic is saying, yeah, if you cut the hair, I call it The Spook Who Sat by the Door. There was a movie. Sneak
You
It.
called it what?
You ever seen a movie called Spook Who Sat by the Door?
No.
They took it out to movie theaters in 3 days.
Oh,
It was
wow.
about a brother who got into the CIA, and he acted like he was just a nice guy, ended up coming up being a very militant brother, and came up with a militant action group. America took it out to movie theater in 3 days.
Wow.
It's called The Spook Who Sat by the Door Technique. It's a book. So what it is like, cut the hair off, get back in the game to do what you want. But I'm like this, I don't agree with that anymore. I think the world is where it's at. Keep your afro, and if America is too small-minded for coaches and the staff, 'cause he's willing to go the full route. Colin's saying, if you don't hire me, he's not saying, please let me back in the game. He's saying, if you don't, you don't.
But you know what? Colin ain't worried about it.
No.
Colin is
No,
just
not at
chilling
all.
because one
Yes.
thing we can't take away from him, he is a very giving man.
Yes.
He has donated over $700,000 of the $1 million he's pledged to actually give to 24 organizations. He gave $50,000 to Meals on Wheels, and he's also donated 100
Wow.
brand new suits to former prison inmates. So
He's-
he's,
This is a
doing
man
his
who's
thing.
sticking by his
You know,
mission. Yeah.
we're not used to seeing an athlete.
Yeah.
That- we're not used to seeing somebody that says, "I'm serious."
Yeah.
Good for
Wow.
him.
Yeah.
I
That's
respect
true.
it.
That's true.
I respect
Stand up,
it.
Colin.
America, right? We need
All
that.
right, Sinbad, so check this out. Obviously, you travel a lot. Imagine this. A JetBlue passenger thought that she hit the jackpot when she noticed the two seats next to her were empty. She got all excited to take a peaceful nap, but was that sister in for a surprise when this happened? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the passenger behind her, check this out now. The passenger behind her took off their shoes and socks and then proceeded to prop their feet on the armrest.
Maria,
ahead
my
of her.
assistant, she's got a picture like that. The woman did it to her on the way here today.
No, really?
She took it and put her foot on her tray. Put her foot
What?
on her tray. Her
That
swollen
is
up.
so
She's got the picture
disgusting.
of the phone, swollen up foot. But you can fix that. Smack that foot.
My.
Is that what you would have done?
Oh man, you take something and you
But wait.
beat that foot.
Okay, there were two seats. There were two seats next to her that were completely
You
empty.
beat that foot.
Can't
There
you
were
just
two seats
tickle
that
it?
were
Just
empty.
tickle it. Don't beat
No,
it.
you punch right in the middle, right where the arch is at. Bam, and the foot
Not
leaves.
for the arch, though.
Right in the arch.
No, that's
Bam.
gonna hurt so
Okay,
bad.
so I'm a travel blogger, so that's going to be my next travel tips on
Yes.
the blog is you
Yeah.
beat that foot.
Beat the foot. I got all kinds of tips. If you're in the plane, I'm tall, I already know this person going to drop their seat back on me. You have your hand on the seat already. They think it's broke. They'll try it 3 times and they'll stop.
Right? Okay.
That's smart. I never thought
Because
about
that
that.
device now is illegal. This device you can stick in the seat so they couldn't let the seat back. But now they take it from you. This device you can stick in the seat so they couldn't let the seat back.
Oh my God.
Is it really?
Just put up the
Yes.
hand. That's
Well, I got all.
smart.
That's called a broomstick. You know, Big Mama did that back in the day. That's
You're gonna
called
walk
a
on the
broomstick.
plane with a
None of that bad
broomstick?
behavior.
Walk on
No,
with
that's
everything
all
else.
good behavior. You get on plane, whoever gets elbow room first, that's yours. You sit down,
But
you
wait,
establish both
but wait,
armrests.
Sinbad, don't you think that because the two seats next to her were completely empty, should she have not been a little bit more compassionate? Because it's obvious that her feet were swollen. They looked like little pig feet.
Yeah, they did.
She needed to elevate those feet.
Oh,
Could she not have
you
just
need
chilled
to
out?
quit eating salt.
No.
Well, then there's that. Then there's that.
You need to quit eating salt when you fly. Man, you can't put your feet up like that. You can't. You need to do some yoga so you can put them in your lap.
But that's
Take
what they
your
give you. They
feet
give you
and put your
peanuts.
feet in your lap.
They give you salty peanuts. They
Man,
give you
no,
salty
you can't- you
pretzels.
can't put
That's
your
what they
feet-
do. That's what they give you.
That's
They give you
true.
salty
Put your
food.
sock on it. Even if there's been a sock on it, I wouldn't mind as much.
That's what I was thinking. I think it's the fact that it's just bare feet. You don't know where they've been. They've been, at least you know they've been on that plane.
Yes.
And those things are dirty.
Imagine the passenger that's
Dirty.
coming behind them and sitting there, putting their hands on the
God.
armrest, and they got toe jam.
Well, you know, they say.
Right in the arch.
You're talking about the tray
Bam.
table. So there's people who change their babies on those tray
Oh,
tables.
I know.
mean,
That's why when they give me the hot towel,
You gotta
I
wipe.
wipe the table down.
Oh, you
gotta
must
wipe
sit
that
over in
down.
first class, because I ain't never got no darn hot towel.
No, you can steal them if you're in the back. Run to the front. Act like you're part of the front. I got all kinds of techniques. If you're in the back, you act like you're in the front. You just kind of sit down in the aisle like you got a seat. And they ask you, do you want, yes. You get the towel, you run back to your seat.
Okay.
You are not
This
about to
needs
get
to
me
be a new
ejected.
blog post
I got
for
a
you,
blogger
Amy. This
for
is
gorilla
brilliant.
travel techniques. Just because you're in the back don't mean you have to act like you're in the back.
Sounds like
This
a new
is so
book.
good.
You need a first class attitude.
Yeah, us broke girls need
I'm
these kind
gonna
of
pitch
tips.
your new travel
Yes.
rogue travel tips.
First class attitude. Baby start crying. When the baby look at you, you do this. And baby stop crying.
They do
And the
not.
parents don't see it. Oh, I've done it.
What
No
if you want to
baby
use the
gonna
first class restroom?
Huh?
What if you want to use the
You
first
just
class
go up.
restroom?
You just go up
into
to it.
Just go
They
into
say I
it.
gotta go. Just start unzipping.
Oh,
Just start unzipping. No, it does work. I've done it.
I might do that.
And it worked?
You just run to the front, say, sir, you can't use this. You start unzipping. Woo! Go in.
I feel like we
right,
need to have a
travel
whole
tips
other
done.
show. It's
Okay.
Sinbad travel tips. Oh my
Travel
God.
tips done.
This is so good. All right, well, we
Gorilla
got to
first
move
class
on.
technique.
I like
Oh,
it.
I'm gonna try that.
All right, we got to move on though, because something that we talk about a lot on this show is how people, us, all of us, are addicted to our phones. We're always keeping up with everything on them, but sometimes they can also get us into a little bit of trouble. A recent survey found that 71% of people have sent a message they wish they could have taken back. So whether it was to the wrong person, a drunk text, or maybe just one you typed out and didn't mean to send, who's got a story?
I know Angelia.
I know I've
Angelia
got
has
one,
a
but
story for
I want to see if anyone else, because of course
She
the
got a
millennial
story
has a
for
story.
everything.
I do, and it's actually not my phone, it's my mom's phone. We went to meet with a banking guy and doing some banking stuff there, and so she wrote down the guy's number in her phone, she put it in, and she didn't close it out evidently. And so you know how Siri can actually do an auto text now?
Yes,
Well, we got into the car, and I had my dog with me because I was waiting for her, so I had my dog with me, so my dog is scratching at the window. So we must have said something about scratching at the window. So Siri took it upon itself to actually text this guy at the bank that was a total stranger from my mother's phone and said, I'm scratching from the outside. Can you let me in to have sex?
Yes, let him in.
Mother did not know it happened. So she picked up her phone and there was a question mark from the guy at the bank. She says, look at this, and she's mortified. She doesn't know what to do. So we have to pick up the phone and I have to call him and say, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. My mother is not trying to have sex with you at the bank.
That's how far we're going to get this loan. That's how far I'll go to get this loan.
Get this loan done.
That's what that question mark meant, like, how bad do you want this loan?
That's right.
That was code.
That's so right.
That's man code.
She got the loan. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Have you
Yes,
ever
she
sent a
did.
text that you regret?
No, if you
Or sent a text
no.
to a wrong person?
No, I've sent, I've accidentally sent how you talk about somebody, but I always make sure my texts are right. So if you send it, I sent a text like this, man, can you believe you want to be on the show with me? And I sent it to the guy that I was talking about. He said, Sinbad, you mean to send this to me? I said, yeah. I was talking about this other dude trying to perform with us.
You
gotta be quick. Gotta be quick.
Nice.
That's that improv coming out, yes.
Yeah, no, I feel like with Snapchat that happens a lot more often. This wasn't like an explicit picture or anything, but I was trying to be like ugly. No. This girl knows better. This is not your average millennial. No, but it was like where you think you're being funny, sending really ugly, pictures of yourself to your friends. I sent it to people that I should not have, just complete randos because I fat fingered the button.
What kind of picture was it?
Like where I was doing this, making myself have a double chin, just ugly, just trying to be funny. And to me, that was mortifying. But I'm super
For her,
safe.
that's bad. Did you hear her? The millennial. I look so bad.
Rough life. Yeah. Rough life.
You need to send naked pictures to people you don't know. Just send them.
No.
Just send them.
Have you not heard of how everything is getting hacked?
You just send them. Just send them out like, is that you? Yeah.
Just own up to it.
Send it. You meant to put me? Yeah.
Go ahead and send it to my mom while you're at it. I don't
send it to
care.
him. Send it to somebody's mom. Send your picture to the dude's mom. Your son don't want this.
I'm already dying.
Your son does not want this.
No.
Oh my God.
That's how you get into the game.
We don't want to be in that
You're
kind
trying
of
to be
game.
famous, right?
Not that famous.
You gotta compete. You gotta compete with the black Chinas and everybody.
I'm good.
You gotta compete with all the girls with the big fake booties.
Listen,
you
if it's not working,
There's a lot of them out there
if it's not working for Black China, it's not gonna work for me. So
Well, you
I'm
can't give
good.
a Fat Rob. See, Fat Rob and Black China, they don't work.
Who was Fat Rob? I'm slow to the point.
Yeah, Fat Rob, Black China, they ain't even good names. They ain't
Fat
good
Black.
names.
Fat Black.
Fat
Oh.
Black.
See how we did that?
Black Fat. Black Fat. Black. Black.
All right, well, we gotta take a quick break so we can all just get our minds back together. But Sinbad is obviously sticking around for the entire show, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
In the arch.
In the